What's going on, Cancers? Thank you to everyone that has reached out to me with kind words. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been very hard with the loss of my brother, so I appreciate you all. Um, so, if you have purchased a reading or if you've donated to my page, I appreciate you as well. Like, guys, it really it goes without saying that we come here and we try to help people as much as we can, but when you guys are kind and loving and generous, it's all the better, right? It's like a bonus. So I appreciate you guys. So if you've liked, shared, subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, please do if I resonate with you. So let's go here. Let's see what's going on for Cancer. Thank you. Okay, you guys are doing going through a home situation here. What else? I feel like it's a lot of home improvement. You guys could be budgeting. You could be getting things together as well. Some of you could be researching how to buy a house or how to sell a house. Give me one more. Thank you. Yep. Thank you, Spirit. Appreciate you. All right. All right. Somebody's getting in tune with their family, in tune with family time. Somebody is trying to get reacclimated to home life. Okay. So someone here may have had some things going on with their finances, may have had some things going on in their family, may have been dealing with, I'm going to say some sort of strife because that's what I feel. Okay. Some sort of strain, some sort of burden. But I feel like the focus is on rebuilding the house, doing things for the house, making sure that everything inside your home is well, finances, food, people, everything. Okay. I feel like this is the focus of someone in that. Is bringing the family together. I feel like people were going their own direction for a minute. I feel like people were doing their own thing, and I feel like there's a come together right now. If this is not what's happening, guys, this is something that's needed. So I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but this is what I'm getting. Okay. Yeah, I feel like one person could have been in and out of the house. Um, and maybe one person was really holding down the house. And I feel like now unity is needed. Two people working together, or two or more people working together, depending on what you have in your household. Everybody working towards a common goal of making sure that the home is okay. Okay. The family is secure. This is what I'm seeing. I'm feeling like some of you may have one child with the person that you live with, but your person, or either you, may have a child that's outside of this union. Not going to resonate with everyone, but I got to say it anyway. Okay? Making sure that everybody's included, making sure that everyone fits in this family dynamic is what is important right now. Someone here is feeling like no one hears them, or people have not, how can I say this? Feel like maybe that people have not listened to you while you speak. So, in other words, I speak all the time, and people may be too busy to listen to me, or to harness what I need from them, or to figure out what it is that I'm trying to say. This could have caused a clash in the family dynamic, or someone that you are close to. This could have been that two people were at odds because they felt like the other person really was not hearing them and understanding or comprehending what they were saying. Okay. For some of you, there's something going on in your home or your family to where you need support, and it's okay to ask for support. I feel like someone here doesn't want to ask for anything. I feel like if you've had, like times of conflict with people around you or in your family, I think that that's coming to an end now. For some of you, you're going to find out that someone in your family may be pregnant. This is going to bring the family dynamic together, or someone may be talking about um, having a child. Again, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but that's what I see. For others of you, you could be, like I said, expanding the family. You're going to need to have a new home. For some of you, you're improving your home. You're doing things inside, maybe to declutter or to make space or to make things more livable. So, in other words, you want this place to be a special place for your family. And if it hasn't been, you're doing everything in your power to make it so. Okay. All right. Yep. For some of you, the situation that you have going on at home is where you're supposed to be. Like, this is your destiny to have a family, to have a beautiful home, to have things the way that you need them to be. For some of you, you grew up in a time or in a sense of lack. So, in other words, things were not um, the way that you would like for them to be for you now. So you may have watched your parents struggle. You may have watched the people around you really have a lot of burdens around you, around them, to where you, as a child, had to watch. Um, you may have said to yourself, when I'm an adult, my life is not going to be like this. And then you woke up one day and look where you are, right? Like, you're looking at some of the same things that maybe your parents had to look at, or you're dealing with some of the same stresses. Spirit is saying, we get to a point of making certain decisions because we do have free will, right? So you got to look at how you've gotten to where you are and how you're going to make it what you need it to be, right? Because you're in charge of your destiny overall, right? Spirit will let you have what you would like to have, right? With that free will. Like, they'll be there to guide you, they'll be there to help you. But overall, you're in charge of how your life will be. Absolutely, right? So, someone here is standing up. They're doing what they need to do for their family situation. Someone here is refocused on what really matters. And what really does matter is your family. Okay? So someone here is rising like the leader that they know that they are. For a minute, someone may have fell off of that totem pole or off that pedestal um, that they were on, because you weren't believing that you were as important as you are. Okay? So in other words, someone here had to rediscover who they were. They had to understand what they brought to a family dynamic. And someone here had to replenish their self esteem to get themselves back into a light of achievement, or of how can I do X, Y, and Z, or how can I get to a place to where I will be abundant, more prosperous, etc. I feel like someone is taking their focus off of the material items in life and back on a family structure. Something may have happened to shake you up a bit to where you've gotten to this point. but I feel like someone is going to be recognized, and someone's going to be, or they're going to respect themselves. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like someone like saying, I'm not doing the best that I could do, or they were feeling um, like they were failing in some way. Right? So Spirit wants someone to put back on their crown, to understand that yes, everyone goes through what they go through, but the way that you rebound, or the way that you come back towards what it is that you need to do in this lifetime, is really what matters. Okay, so being the leader, um, being the person that's the breadwinner in the family, or being the person that is contributing to the family dynamic the best way that you know how, is really what matters. Okay, so someone here, um, yeah, don't beat yourself up. Spirit doesn't want you to do that. Spirit wants you to understand that everybody goes through trials and tribulations, but it's the way that you reformat everything, to realign it. You can go the worst way, or you can go the best way, if you understand what I'm saying, right? I have seen friends of mine in the past, to where, the family dynamic was not going well, and they hit the streets, and became, people that were street pharmaceuticals, people, stuff like that, like, I don't know what else I can do, so I'm gonna do this. And I've had a couple of girlfriends that hit the stripper pole, like, just being honest. Okay, so I know that we're gonna do what we need to do to support our families, but at the end of the day, how are you feeling about what you've done? Right? Someone here may have felt like they had to go to dire straits to get things done for their family, and now you're on the rise because you're no longer having to do those things. But understand that in every aspect of what you were doing, the focus was always making things better, but you were right where you were at that time. So, Spirit is wanting you to respect yourself, respect where you've come from, respect where you're at now, respect where you're going, right? Because that's what uh, things should be about. Someone could be dealing with a Leo. I'm gonna try not to call out too many signs in this reading, but it's definitely there. Leo. What in the world just fell? Something. I said, I said someone could be dealing with a Leo, and something just fell in my room around me, and I don't even see what it is. So I guess that was Spirit's way of saying, yup. All right. So some of you have some things that you want to do, to help the finances in your home. It could be starting a business, could be, finding some sort of income, getting another job. You could be researching this now. Spirit is saying keep going, because what it is that, you're going to find something, that you should be doing, or something that you're interested in doing, or something is going to find you. So in other words, you could be submitting for one job, and someone will say, you know what, we don't feel like you're a good fit for this one, but we feel like you are a good fit for that one. Okay. So your ego could have been beating you up with this process, right? That's what I was just saying. You can't really beat yourself up. Okay. You may have felt like a lot of people were watching you, a lot of people were paying attention to what you were doing. So now, that you have to come from a place of where you felt like you were failing, you're on the rise now, right? Those same people are watching. To some of you, you feel like this, but it doesn't really matter who's watching you. Okay. Um, I know that this was a scary situation for the people that were going through this, right? And you had a lot of negative thoughts, but what I'm hearing is that you're not alone, because, I know that when you're going through stress and strife, you feel like you're by yourself, but you're never alone, because you have your benevolent angels and benevolent ancestors, benevolent spirits walking with you, and they're trying to guide you along the way. Like I said, they're not in control of your destiny, or not in control of you making the decisions that you make, right? Because you have free will, but they're not going to leave you either. Okay. So those negative thoughts that you've had about yourself or your situation, or feeling like you're stuck, feeling like you can't make the moves that you would like to, like you're encased, like you just, you're bound to a certain way of life or certain things that are going on. It's just not true. Okay. So, like I said, I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but Spirit is saying, no, you're not. Wait, okay. They said this one. All right. Okay. So, Spirit is saying right now that some of you, the only thing that you care about the most out of everything that you think about, for some people, not everyone, is that you could want a family. Okay. So, I'm talking to the people here that could be single mothers, single fathers. You could want to have or meet someone that completes the family dynamic. Okay. I feel like this is something that will be coming to you this year. I feel like there's a lot of fear about who you could meet, putting yourself out there, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And that can even be done uh, a certain way, to where you're not putting yourself on Front Street. Spirit is wanting you to research. I'm going back between these two, like Spirit keeps putting me here. You have to research yourself. Like someone here really needs to tap in, get to know yourself a little better, figure out what it is that you do um, that could possibly hinder a new union with a person. So when I think about this, I'm saying that I can just tell you about myself. Um, when I meet someone and I like them, in the past when I was younger, what I would do is I would really try, to be a light in that person's life, right? And sometimes what that what that means to you means something different than what it means to that person, because they can look at it as like you're trying to smother them or be in their business too much or this or that, when all that you're really trying to do is just make sure that person is okay. So using your discernment to know when to pull back or when to offer, when to, just be in your own lane is what someone really needs to do. Okay. So you need to like tap in with yourself, really write down the pros and cons of what it is that you want from a family, how you figure, your family dynamic will be, what it would entail, okay? How that person that you see yourself being with or having this family dynamic with, what will they bring to the table? What do you expect of them, etc.? We really need to tap in and put this down so that when you start meeting people that could be potential mates for you and your family situation, you know what you're looking for. So then that way you can eliminate those people that really don't fall into those categories of what it is that you're looking for. Okay, so I don't know who that's for, but Spirit wanted me to say it. All right, so let's continue. Yep, Five of Cups. All right, so you're coming out of a time of sadness. For some of you, grief, despair. Okay, you're feeling like the people that were with you in previous relationships may have abandoned you, right? And they could have messed up your self esteem or helped your self esteem be where it is right now. Heartbreak, seeing things happen that you really weren't ready for, a lot of surprise events in the situations or relationships that you were in, right? Feeling like you were lonely, right? Here we go with that alone again, okay? Loneliness. Even some of you could have been in relationships and still felt like you were alone, okay? Because that person was not showing up the way that you needed them to. Okay. Now, back to this family dynamic. This also could have been what was going on in a household for a person that had a family, right? One person, like I said, could have been doing their own thing. The other person could have been doing their own thing. And it could have been because they felt like they were really were not connected, or really were not um, with their partner the way that they had been previously. I'm like trying to figure out how to say this, but someone could have felt like they were disconnected, right? Like someone was growing apart. That's what it is. You could have felt like you were growing apart from a situation that you were in, and it just wasn't working for you. Okay. But someone has come to the terms of understanding that and saying, you know what? I really want this family dynamic to work. So I got to put in the work. I got to do what I got to do. Right. Right. Because this is that energy of not paying attention to the partner. Right. So someone here, you may have felt like you had a lot of stagnation going on, or you guys had a lot of negativity. Now you're dealing with the depression, or looking at things in a nostalgic way because you're saying, hey, this is how it was. I just want to get back there. You have a lot of regret. Okay. That's a Cancer card right there, 4 cups. So this is what's coming up. The other card was 5 of cups. So we're going 5 to 4. Okay. Some of you could have felt like your life was going backwards, like you were not making the progress that you needed to make. Okay. Now we have Hangman. Yes, and this is what I'm saying. Feeling like you're confined, feeling like you can't do what you want to do. Okay, some people may have felt like this in this family dynamic. For some of you, you could have felt like this because you did not have a family dynamic, right? I'm feeling like I'm trapped in this life by myself. I feel like I'm stuck being single. I feel like I don't have what it is that I need to have. And how can I now go forward, right? A perception change, my loves. Okay? Changing the way that you feel about what you've been through. Actually proving to spirit that you understand why you had to go through. Why were you single all this time? Why did you need to sit there and really think about your life in different dynamics or different directions? Why did you have to do that? What was it that you were missing? What lessons were you missing? If you had situations where things were repeating with certain people in your life, or you felt like you were stuck in the cycle, why were you stuck in that cycle? What was it that you were not learning, right? So this is what you need to do, and that's what I mean when I say that you have to research yourself, right? Research yourself, tap in with yourself and try to figure out what it is that you do, what it is that you need, what it is that could be preventing you from getting to where you need to go, or where you feel like your life should be, right? Could it be that you guys need to release some energy that you haven't? Could it be that you have to release some people that you haven't? Right? And even if you're not with those people, you haven't fully released them because you could still be thinking about them, wishing or hoping, dreaming about them. That's not release. Okay? That's actually holding on to energies that possibly do not serve you. And that could be why things have been stuck and stagnant in your life. Okay? Give me one more card. Thank you. All right. So we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. What is it that you have to release, guys? Spirit is saying that you have to release the sadness, the pain, the situations where you were in unrequited love, relationships where you gave too much to someone, they were not reciprocating to you. You have to release the blocked or repressed emotions that you've been holding on to, that you're saying, hey, I'm over this situation, I'm over this person, I'm over this thing that happened. But all the while you've taken that little bit of hurt and pain that you had left, and you stored it somewhere in your body, okay, and in your mind and in your heart. These are the things that you have to tap into now. Okay? This is what it is. For someone here, you may have struggled with infertility. My apologies. For someone here, you may have had a miscarriage. My condolences. Okay? So you could have had all of this energy bottled up that you were not dealing with. And why were you not dealing with it? Because it was easier to just go forward, right? And some people could be in a family dynamic and knowing that you have to continue on, you have to go to work, you have to take care of the kids if you have any, the family if you have any, you just have to keep going, right? And each person is doing this if you're already in a union, right? So you guys may not have been coming together the way that you needed to. And for others of you, if you do not have that family dynamic, right, you just were doing all these things without support, right? All these things without someone to uphold you or uplift you, and to give you the encouragement that you needed, right? And so in the interim, your self-esteem fell. You know, the way that you thought about yourself and your circumstances fell, went to a lower vibration. Okay, Spirit is saying, pick yourself up now. This is what is needed. One more card and I'm gonna end this. I'm sorry for keeping you guys this long. It's been a minute since I talked to you, so I figure let's talk, right? Okay. Okay, so we have initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Let's see what this is because I'm not too familiar with this deck, but I want to read it to you. One moment. All right. This is some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples. Look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Initiations, like rites of passage, mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through the the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. So if you are in the middle of an initiation right now, you will get through it, and one day soon, you will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. You're going somewhere sacred. It will be worth it. And you're closer than you think. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys, Cancers. I'm sending you all love and light. Please like, share, subscribe. Take care.